Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is Attack on Titan Season 4 episode 28 or episode 87 overall. Last episode we lost Flock, Keith Shadis and Commander McGath, and we also got to see Falco's new Jaw Titan, which looks really cool, very bird-like. Last episode we left off with the gang all taking this boat so they can go and repair this aircraft and then fly it to wherever Eren is. So I'm imagining this episode we are going to Eren, which will be really exciting to see what he's been doing, because he's just like making his way across the border to Mali right now, right? And then of course this is the final episode for part 2. So I'm expecting at the end of this the announcement for the film or a part 3. So I'll be interested to see what they choose. You know, they'll probably be at the end of the episode, there'll be a little teaser saying the movie's incoming or part 3 is incoming. So before we jump into this, be sure to check out the Patreon. Over there you can find early access to the shows that aren't currently airing. Of course there's no early access for this because I get them out as soon as possible, and this is the last one of part 2. And you can also find timer-based reactions where you just sync up your own footage so you can watch along with me for the full duration. And you can find polls so you can vote for what's next. So yeah, let's just jump right in. Yeah, has Eren changed, or is he just putting on this front, you know? Or has he always been like this as well, yeah? She's like doubting her love for him now. She's been seeing like an idealized version of him in her head. So this is like their first time outside the walls, going to visit another country. A bit of a flashback. Then Sasha. But imagine seeing all these people living their lives in luxury, you know? The survey corps. Yeah, this must be really overstimulating for them, you know, they might not have even seen goats before. Yeah, he doesn't even know what a car is. Yeah, of course, Hanji's drawing a crowd. They're always too excited about everything, about learning especially. Yeah, it's just a bit surreal, isn't it? Because he sees all of these people as his enemies, but he's seeing them as real people here. First time trying ice cream. I really wasn't expecting this more light-hearted tone to start it off. Yeah, exactly. If they didn't know, they wouldn't label them as the devils. He thinks he's a kid. What is this? Yeah, Eren's like the only one not enjoying himself here, isn't he? How much gaining all of this memory and all this burden put on Eren? Yeah, that kid bumped into someone earlier. I thought he might have been a pickpocket. Oh, but they'll see, everyone sees him as an outsider just like them. Sasha gonna stand up for him? Frantic with blood tests, wow. Levi says he'll take care of it. Yeah, trying to cover it up a bit. He still took their money anyway.
血液検査の技術向上に伴い世界中で収容から逃れたユミルの民の存在界の上流層の中でユミルの民の血を取り込むことが好機であることとされていました。
But now it's the opposite. It reminds me a lot of kind of the one drop rule in the Jim Crow era, you know? If you just like one drop not white, you were considered like tarnished essentially. This is almost exactly the same, right? Seeing if people have got Eldian blood.
の民保護団体とやらを求めてね。依然としてその団体の理念は明らかではありません。
So there is an association that's saying they will try and protect them. Well, they want to protect the subjects of Ymir, but if they find out they're from parody, they might not. I mean, Eren is seeing the future, what he has to do.
自分が敵の最重要目標だってことが分かっているの？
Yeah, but no one really knows who he is. No one would recognize him.
ここは
So, like a refugee camp.
人たちが集まって暮らしている。
Yeah.
俺たちもそうだった。全ての自由を奪われるんだ。
Deprived of their freedom. That's Eren's whole thing, the freedom.
ことを気にかけてくれるんだ。子供の頃、俺に助けられたから、俺はお前の。
Ooh. There's no way she says here though.
あなたは
They're gonna get interrupted. Family, okay.
医者なり日
So they're all gonna be welcomed in. Are these guys like supposed to be Turkish? They look like that kind of like Turkish tea, but I'm not like 100% sure. Oh, okay, little remix. Why are they showing me all of this fun and happy time? Because they know they're just gonna ruin it eventually, and it's gonna be devastating. Sasha's had too much to drink.
ミルの民の難民への援助を求めます。剣士とは無縁なのです。彼らはただエルディア帝国に荒廃を強いら。
Yeah, so it's not like any of the Eldians or the subjects of Ymir hold any ideology that's left over. It's been so long.
逃げた悪魔。我々の敵は。
Okay, yeah. So they're still against the Island Devils.
あの日からエレンは私たちの
Oh, it was just then he just walked off and then completely disappeared. That was what he needed to hear, probably. That was like the last hope.
全ては最初から決まっていたのかもしれない。
Yeah, it's everything decided through the palms, through the attack titan. If Eren's seen all of these memories before, memories of the future. Oh, I was just wondering if it would have changed if she said something else.
どこからが始まりだろう。あそこか。
Oh, the free pigs. Yeah, it's not about how it started, it's about the cycle of violence.
傷液入りのワインは改革の障害となる兵団上層部のみ。
Flock wasn't even in on it, he was just eavesdropping. Of course. You know, Flock's whole thing, he was saying he was Eren's right-hand man, but maybe he wasn't. Or maybe he was, they are actually chatting there.
この島が生き残る一番堅実な。
So Historia was ready to give up, or not give up, but give herself up.
そんなの間違ってる。島の外の人全てが敵じゃないのに。
Okay, so he told Historia too.
憎しみによる報復の連鎖を完全に終結身の歴史を文明ごとこの世から葬る。
So Eren thinks to destroy the cycle of hate, you gotta destroy everyone on the other side. But I was also kind of thinking, if all of their hate gets put onto him.
6じゃ生存本能が刺激された時、アッカーマンは力に目覚めるってば。
Okay.
その行為には正体も。
Yeah, so maybe that behavior wasn't ingrained, but he still told Mikasa that.
ためなら巨人をひねり殺せるくらい。
So then the line that he hates Mikasa might be wrong. Or like he might have been lying there. Because he hated her because she wasn't free, but he knew that she was actually free. Oh, when he cut his own leg off back then. Look at that stance. He looks like so grotesque.
でほしい
Oh, he's gonna take his eye out as well, yeah.
この地球上に存在しうる最も巨大な太陽
All on the planet, wow.
今ここに集結した
Just as a line to try and stop the rumbling.
叶えた艦隊が阻止できないならこれを止める手段はもう
Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's like raining bullets down on them. Oh, they're swimming under the water. Okay, that seemed quite effective. It was like cutting some of them in half, like a whole Colossal Titan in half like that. There's nothing to scoff at. But there's still more. There's just so many of them. There's no way they could actually wipe them all out. And it just comes with this fog as well from the steam. Oh, it's just burnt alive like that, yeah. Yeah, so like, even if you survive getting trampled on, you'll probably be burnt alive anyway. That was a great shot, it's standing up like that, the perspective. And here they all are. This song again. And this one is called Attack on Titan, right? It's kind of the colossal theme. This is the one that happened when Eren first fought Berthold in like episode 5. Yeah, they're all just fleeing. Oh, look at him back there. Shingeki no Kyojin. And seeing all the memories as well. Exterminate all of them. Wow, look at that. All of the Titans, yeah, wow. There's so many of them. Okay, so I just found out that there's going to be a part 3, which is really exciting because it's not going to be a movie. Because with a movie, it will come out in Japan and we have to wait so long for it to come out everywhere else. And then even longer for it to come out on like streaming platforms and stuff. You know, seeing it in the cinema would be a great experience, but it means I wouldn't be able to do it here. So I am excited that it's a part 3 and not a movie actually. So in terms of the episode itself, this wasn't what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting all of this backstory. We finally got to see that little bit of gap in between when season 3 happened, the end of season 3 and the start of season 4. We got a bit of that filled in now. So they're seeing, even in the outside world, even within these other subjects of Ymir, that they are prejudiced against the Eldians that are on parody. So even this group that are supposedly supporting the subjects of Ymir, they are exclusively supporting kind of the ones that are outside of parody, you know? And it seems like that might have been the last bit of hope that Eren had. And then after that, he made his decision to go and start everything that he's doing now. Yeah, this episode, it was just kind of surprisingly wholesome. All of the stuff at the start, like Sasha, seeing Sasha again after so long, seeing her trying this ice cream, that was really funny. Then the clown with Levi, that was hilarious. This creepy clown trying to get him to try the sweets and thinking Levi's a kid, that's just hilarious. And then humanizing a few of these characters, this little pickpocket kid and then all of his family. I believe they're kind of supposed to be Turkish because it looked like Turkish tea, and then they will have the fezzes, which I think is Turkish, but I'm not like 100% sure, so correct me if I'm wrong on that. So they're like humanizing all of these characters who are probably eventually going to die if the rumbling is like fully successful, you know. Building more connection for all these characters that were probably gonna die. But you know, it was great seeing the comparison. Even though these people, they weren't necessarily subjects of Ymir, they are still victims of war, they are still oppressed. They're all like refugees here trying to get by as Eren said, they're just like them. Their life had been upturned just randomly one day. But you know, what Eren is doing is not destroying oppression, it's just destroying oppression for himself and for the Eldians on Paradis. Is not gonna destroy, like, all of these people who are kind of innocent. They are gonna be killed as well. And you can see how distant Eren is here, and it might just be that he has seen the memories of the future, so he knows all of these people are going to die, so he's feeling, you know, distant and trying to be a bit distant and not try and build any connections with these people, because that would make it even harder. I assume he's trying to be as distant as possible, and it might also be kind of planting the seeds for what's happening, you know, slowly stepping away from all the people you love, so when you disappear it's like not as hard on them. But I think it still was really hard on Mikasa and on everyone when he suddenly went AWOL. And then we see the rumbling is finally reaching Marley. They'd gathered all of these ships, like all of the anti-Titan rifles that they could find, but it still barely put a dent on it, didn't it? There's just so many of the colossal titans, and I don't even know how like wide this line of them walking is, but I imagine there's just too many to handle. And now it seems, now that they're past this like barricade, it's pretty much over for any Marlians or anyone who's like from the rest of the world trying to stop Eren. Is going to be up to our gang, and hopefully someone can talk some sense into him, or they will probably have to kill him. But we see when Eren was talking to Historia, he was saying to end this cycle of hatred, you have to destroy like completely the other side, because it's always like a back and forth, right? So his mentality is completely destroy the other side, so there can't be any pushback from what happens. But I was also kind of thinking he would say, because my running theory is going to be kind of a Zero Requiem moment, that he is drawing all of this hatred onto himself as an individual rather than all of the hatred to the people on Paradis. And then when he dies, it will be seen as the devil of Paradis has died. So Eren is kind of building himself up to be this ultimate evil who eventually will be killed, and then all of the world's hatred was focused on him, not on the others, you know? And we do learn like this little bit of doubt, because he had said to Mikasa so long ago that, oh, he hates her because she has no freedom because of her Ackerman blood. It forces her to be a slave to the royal family. But we learn this episode that that's not true, and Eren knows that isn't true. So when he was saying that she is a slave and he hates her because she has no freedom, that was actually a lie on his part. So, you know, there is some of the illusion is crumbling a bit there. I don't think he actually hates Mikasa. He is just saying that, or he was just saying that for her own good a bit, and because he needs to have this front of being this big evil person now, you know. So I think that's everything for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in 2023 for part 3.